Oh great, did he snap after all? No. Ah. He's gone Super Saiyan. But look, his eyes tell us he's still himself. Good for him. He's tamed his own unruly transformation. Such pure power, unlike any of the Super Saiyan forms I've seen. Evidently, Broly has achieved some growth thanks to Gohan. Still just a Super Saiyan though. Meanwhile, Goku's kid has a better handle on the power he's toting. What is up guys, Blackscape here, and today I'm making a video that I didn't really think I needed to make, but it's answering a question that a lot of people have and I've seen in my comment section up until this point. Now we finally have the answer, and it's a significant one. How strong is Broly at the end of the Dragon Ball Super superhero arc when he controls his Berserker transformation, his Berserker state, his legendary transformation? How strong is Broly? This is the question that's on everyone's minds because there have been a lot of different interpretations of what's going on, and a lot of them are misinformed with the greater scale of what Broly actually is and where his power lies. So if you already know how strong Broly is, or you have an idea, let me know in the comment section below, guys. Give me all the information, drop it down there, guys, and give me what your thoughts are on this power. And watch the whole video, see if you got it right at the end, because trust me, it is not an easy answer. It's not an obvious answer. It takes a lot of diving, and after going into the archives, I feel comfortable that I have an answer for you guys, because we finally know how strong Broly is at the end of this chapter. And as always, huge shout out to the Black Squad. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for putting up with me every single day, hitting that like button and supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. Let's go ahead and jump in. First, let's dissect exactly what happened to Broly at the end of 103. When he fights Gohan, Gohan is fighting in base, or at least in his ultimate form, and Broly goads him into going into Beast, which Gohan easily can. He is the strongest Saiyan at the end of this chapter, and so after going into this, he overwhelms Broly instantly. He overwhelms Broly to the extent that, and so fast, that Broly instinctively transforms into a legendary transformation, you would think, because as we see before he transforms, he looks like he is in Ikari, and so the thought process between everybody that was watching is that he is about to go berserk. But to everybody's surprise, after he transforms and goes blow to blow with Gohan, he actually transforms into a controlled Super Saiyan state. He is finally not berserk. But right here is where the problems start, where a lot of people are saying, did they nerf Broly? Is he nerfed? Because after transforming and controlling the transformation, I mean, Gohan's got him like this, quite literally swinging him just like Broly did to Frieza, straight into Beerus's tree. Now the fighting doesn't continue much after that, because that is when we get the free-for-all, and then Broly seems to be struggling against the combined force of Goten and Trunks in base, which is interesting. But yeah, this is something that fans have had an issue with since this chapter dropped, because it seems like for Broly, he has been absolutely diminished in strength when you would think he would be stronger, like say someone like Kale. But honestly, when I rewatched the episodes of the Tournament of Power, which again I jumped back into, it took a little bit of digging to get this information, but I watched those episodes with Kale and Caulifla. It is clear to see exactly what's going on with Broly, and we have all the information as to why Broly seems like he is nerfed. So in the Tournament of Power, after Kale and Caulifla find themselves cornered by the Pride Troopers, which again, the Pride Troopers are no slouches, they are the strongest from Universe 11, and they fight alongside of Toppo and Jiren. they find themselves cornered, and Caulifla is kind of overwhelmed because Kale cannot go into her berserker form in fear of hurting Caulifla and everyone around her. So at this point in time, Caulifla is getting hurt. The situation is dire, and Kale is kind of just standing there watching it all go down. Well, not to mention also that Kale is trapped by a Pride Trooper attack as well. So this isn't a good situation for either of them, and at this point, it seems like they are about to get wrung out, and Caulifla can't even really go into Super Saiyan. But at that point, when Kale sees all hope is lost, the situation in and of itself makes it so she actually pushes herself, and yeah. So the situation being as dire as the one that Broly found himself in with against Gohan so fast, she ends up transforming into a Super Saiyan, not Berserk, and then that is her controlled Super Saiyan transformation, or at least that's what it was called at the time. It was a controlled Berserker transformation. It just looked like Kale got a little bit more muscle, a little bit taller, and she kind of had that Berserker hair, and it was at that time kind of confusing because everyone thought that she was a lot stronger than she was when she was a full Berserker, but that doesn't seem to be the case, because after Kale and Caulifla have to do a dual attack against the entire Pride Troopers, and again, this is not an easy fight. These aren't slumps, they are brutal warriors. Caulifla ends up pushing Kale a little further, and Kale actually ends up going a little bit more Berserk. And this little bit where her muscles are getting bigger and her pupils are non-existent, this little bit pushes her to use that to go a little bit more Berserk, and then that is what pushes the key beyond the limit and pushes the Pride Troopers off the Tournament of Power arena. Like, it's just too much for the Pride Troopers to handle, and at this point, Kale is doing what Gohan said he does with his beast transformation. I boosted my ki just up to the point where I might snap while still maintaining control. That's how I'd best describe it. For now, that's the best way I found to draw out my own power, which it seems like at this instance, it's exactly what Kale did. She did the exact same thing Gohan just said. She pulled out some of that Berserker energy and was able to push the Pride Troopers off. That was what ended up gaining her the W. So what is the point of the controlled Super Saiyan transformation? Well, Goku says it best, and I kind of gave you the answer in the beginning of this video. Goku says he's gone Super Saiyan, but look, his eyes tell us he's still himself. It is a Super Saiyan transformation. That is all. That is it. Nothing else. It is just a Super Saiyan transformation. Broly even does the exact same thing that Kale did, where Kale drew some of that Berserker power. Broly does that here, where he's punching and pushing back Beast Gohan slightly, pulling from that Berserker rage, to the point where Gohan's like, this is unlike any transformation that I've seen, because Gohan has never seen this transformation before, at least as far as we know from here. When he fought Kale, it was Kefla, so he didn't actually get a chance to get a good look at what the power of Super Saiyan Berserker actually does. And that also explains why Gohan's able to do this, and why Goten and Trunks were able to push him a little bit back, is because it's just Broly's Super Saiyan transformation. It is just Kale's Super Saiyan transformation. It's their Super Saiyan transformations without them losing their mind, which is the first step in them being able to master the Super Saiyan transformations and kind of continue going forward, having that well of power to draw on, which is that legendary Super Saiyan power. Broly even gets this form in the old movies, which is insane, but yeah, it is there, and it is this form right here, or as it's dubbed, Super Saiyan C-type. C-type, I'm assuming, means control type. Now this is the wiki, but I mean, this is kind of what it is. This is the version of Broly that can control a Super Saiyan transformation without going berserk. It's literally just a Super Saiyan, maybe slightly stronger, maybe has access to that Berserker Rage, so has access to instant power up, but it's still just a Super Saiyan. It even says it here, Super Saiyan C-type is a form utilized by the legendary Super Saiyan, as such is a different evolution from the ordinary Super Saiyan. It's a completely different type of Super Saiyan. When used by the original version of Broly and Kale in the anime, it is their equivalent to an ordinary Super Saiyan. Most media simply refers this form as Super Saiyan. It's literally just Super Saiyan. And that is why Broly seems like he's nerfed, because it's just a Super Saiyan transformation. He may be a little bit stronger than your average Super Saiyan, but he isn't just as crazy powerful as the legendary Super Saiyan, but he can still draw on that well of power. It is important for him to be able to control the regular Super Saiyan transformation. That way he can kind of push himself towards his limits and have a better understanding and not go berserk every single time he transforms. That was the biggest thing that Broly needed in the movie and in the manga, and that's exactly what he gotten. So in a sense, yes, he was nerfed, but it was a necessary nerfing because now he has access to Super Saiyan, which he did not have access to, at least not easily, before. I mean, even Beerus says, still just a Super Saiyan. I mean, just is even highlighted here. He's just a Super Saiyan, nothing special. That's why Beerus is not impressed by Broly, because it's just a Super Saiyan that barely has control over his own power, while Gohan is like the elite. He is just on a completely different level of a Super Saiyan, and Broly kind of just be starting from zero. He's starting from the very beginning, doesn't even have any god forms or nothing. All his potential's not unlocked. He is literally just a novice. He is a beginner. So to answer your question, what is a controlled Berserker? It's just the legendary Super Saiyan's normal Super Saiyan transformation. That's all it is. But let me know if you guys got it right. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.